Season's greetings. We're trying something a little different this year. Rather than a written report, I've been asked to provide a sort of a video overview of what we've done this year with your support. This is by no means everything that we've done. It's just a selection of what some people would call our greatest hits of 2016. I want to emphasize that none of this would have been possible without your support. You have allowed us to go places we couldn't have gone otherwise, to develop diagnostic tests and treatments and solutions that could not be supported through traditional mechanisms. It's been an extraordinary year here at CII. We began in January of 2016 with a trip to Beijing, where we met with President Xi, and on behalf of the center I was happy to receive a gold medal in exchange for the work that we initiated in 2003 in responding to the challenge of SARS, and the work that we've done subsequently, both in developing surveillance for infectious diseases in China, as well as trying to develop a new platform for responding to the challenges of climate change. This year, Ebola had already begun to recede, but we had a new challenge with respect to infectious diseases in the world, and that, of course, was the emergence of Zika. We rapidly built diagnostic tests that are now being used in Brazil and in the United States. They can distinguish Zika virus infection from infection with related viruses. We are in the process of developing new tests that will allow us to see who has been remotely infected and to try to identify biomarkers that will allow families to determine who's been infected is at risk for having a child who will have microcephaly or something else. With support from the Cone Foundation, we've begun to expand our research into tick-borne diseases. Tick-borne diseases hit us particularly hard in the northeastern portion of the United States, and there's some 300,000 cases of Lyme disease alone every year. Our investigators have developed the first tests that allow you to confidently detect the history of infection with any of a wide range of tick-borne diseases. We're also trying to understand the pathogenesis, that is to say, the methods by which these bacteria, viruses, other parasites cause disease following bites from ticks. So stay tuned. I think this is going to be an extremely important piece of work that we're doing, and I expect that this will lead to antivirals and antibacterials that will in fact change the course of disease for many Lyme disease sufferers. Another disorder that we've been studying with increased vigor is known as myalgic encephalomyelitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, and with the support of the Microbe Discovery Project, as well as work that we've been able to do under the auspices of the NIH. With your support and the support of these various foundations and generous individuals, we have now collected thousands of samples, and we're eager to begin to work on these so that we can actually dissect the causes of chronic fatigue syndrome, myalgic encephalomyelitis, and come up with real solutions for these problems. We've recently begun working on agricultural security, food security, because obviously without food it's very difficult to envision a world with secure public health. We were contacted by the governments of Israel and Ecuador to investigate why tilapia, St. Peter's fish, were dying by the millions in fish farms in the Middle East and in South America. We discovered a novel virus known as the tilapia lake virus, and our plan is over the next year to two to develop vaccines that can save literally billions of dollars in the developing world. Only last week, I was at the last meeting of the advisory committee to the director of NIH, Francis Collins, before he steps down under the new administration. Everyone there, leaders of academic institutions, deans, presidents, and others representing the best researchers in the United States, were concerned about the future of biomedical research. So we are counting on you, working with us in this year and years to come, as we continue to make our difference in global health. We are your Center for Infection and Immunity, and we are here to serve you, the people of the United States, and the people of the world with the best that science has to offer.